Hey FlossTubers! How's your day going so far? Mine has been pretty good, actually, a lot better than last week was for sure. My voice is almost fully back to its normal range. Still cuts out on me occasionally if I talk too long, so I shouldn't have too much trouble today. I really hope my lighting is better this video. I didn't realize my lighting was looking really bad last time, so I have added a lamp behind. I have added a lamp in front of me, actually my stitching lamp, the lamp I use for my stitching area. I've clamped that on to my desk and have that aiming very, very brightly in my face. So hopefully there won't be too many light fluctuations during this video. I did want to apologize. My last video I was really, really rambly. You'll have to have a little bit of grace on me because I had a cold in the head. I was not at my very best, and I was kind of slow. So hopefully this video will go quicker. I will be brisker. I will be a little more clear and a little more just to the point, and hopefully this will be fun. So I was going to show you my whip progress on my projects first. Oh, by the way, one little disclaimer. My dad, about 5 minutes before I started this video, decided to go outside and mow the lawn. So, hopefully that won't be too much of a distraction. Hopefully he won't get too loud. And if he does get a little too loud, if he comes too close to this part of the house, maybe I can crop that out because it can be pretty noisy when he passes by the window, which is right here. So we'll see. Hopefully he'll kind of keep migrated to another area for as long as the length of this video, which means I can't do another 54-minute video, people. I can't do it. Alright, so I'll start out with my whip progress. Last time I did my video, I mentioned that I had started my pretty little Washington picture, and I will go ahead and insert a picture of the chart here. Alright, sorry, and now I will insert a picture of my progress where I ended last time, here. Alright, now this is how far I got this week. This was my primary project, my primary work this week. It's kind of a little bit bloomy with my light, but hopefully you can see it all right. I've got 2 buildings done now. I've got part of the bridge at the bottom done. I've got 2 of the 6 clusters of the dogwood trees done. I'm really happy with the progress. By the way, this is my little needle minder I chose for this project. This minder makes me so happy. I smile every single time I see this one, and it just fits it to a T. So that's how much I've got done on that. I'm really happy. I'm really happy with that amount of progress. It's such a cute little pattern, and it's such a cute quick stitch. Like I said, most of the projects I stitch on are very they're very engrossing, and they can take me multiple months to stitch. So this one's a nice quick little stitch, which I hope to have done within the next 2 weeks perhaps. Yeah, I think that's doable. So anyway, yeah, I'm really happy with that. Yeah, loving the quickness of it, and I'm loving the colors, and it's starting to come to life more. There is no back stitching in this project except like 4 or 5 stitches for the flagpole on top of the White House. So hopefully it will pop well enough without back stitching, because we all know what back stitching does for a project. Alright, now because I dedicated most of my time to my little Washington from Satsuma Streets, I didn't put much progress in on Persephone, but I did do a little bit. I worked on the Washington one for about 4 days, and then yesterday I pulled out my Persephone because I was like, if I'm going to do a video tomorrow, I have to have more than one progress to show. So I will go ahead and insert a picture of where I stopped off last time on my Persephone here. And this is the small amount of progress I made on her this week. So she's coming along nicely. Basically all the part I got done the last day, because I only worked on it last night and a little bit this morning. I got from where this line is straight across, I got that part done. So not that much progress, but it's alright. And there's my little castle minder. I'm just going to show you some of the minders as I pull out my projects. Yeah, I've changed out the minder on that one. I'm getting in the groove, Danielle. I am doing it too. I am, if I feel like my minder's not quite hitting me right one day, I will switch it out, and it doesn't matter. There's no one set minder for one set project. I'm just going to go with my gut, with how I feel for the day. So, I'm with you, girl. Alright, now, let me see what I should show you next. Well, I have a pile of finishes to show you. I was delighted that my mom actually reminded me of another finish that I had somehow, it just had slipped my mind. So I'll show you that. It's actually an FFO, one fully finished project I can show you. Fully finished object, because that would be an FFP, right? Alright, so, but first, I'm going to show you a couple of my minders, because I've been showing you a little bit of my minder collection every video. I just thought I'd go ahead and do that now. So these are two more that I got from Kim at Needle Attractions. Yeah, Needle Attractions. And I'm sorry, they're a little too bright, aren't they? Oh well. It's not going in and out. That was the point. That was my whole goal. So this is a little Minnie Mouse girl from Disneyland. And I may actually end up giving this magnet to my niece for a fridge magnet, because she likes Disney. She likes cute stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just keep it and use it for fun. And then I got this cute little Christmas reindeer, which I've been eyeing this one for several months, and I finally got him, and he's really sweet. So I'm happy with those ones. Again, Needle Attractions on Etsy. Very reasonable prices. And she usually includes a bonus minder. At least that's been my experience. She's been very, very nice. So there's those two. And then I thought I would at the same time show a couple of minders I've made for myself the last couple weeks, because I've been getting into the habit of making myself minders. I guess when you realize you can't buy all the ones you want to buy, you realize you need to find the more economical way of making them. So I made myself these ones. And I have this little Red Riding Hood girl, which she is one of my absolute favorite minders. I really, really like her. She's so cute. And then I made this little flower, which is an iridescent, like a teal color. That's really nice. And I love the petite ones. I'm really drawn to the more petite minders at this point. And then I made this flower butterfly out of it's a wood. It's really pretty. So yeah, I made those. I really, really like those very well. And then the one thing I wasn't going to show you, because I didn't have plans to show it to you, I didn't have it yet. I received a package in the mail today. Haha, my order from Needle Attractions again arrived, and I'll just show you the couple that I got in the order today. I didn't think they'd come this quickly, but they arrived, so you're going to get another little batch of minders to view. So I got these three. I got this woodpecker, which he's actually really pretty. He's got a lot of sparkle to him. I got this adorable kitty cat, because you know I have a weakness for kitty cats. I love the cats. Love the kitties, and this one's such a sweet one with such a sweet smile. And then, of course, in honor of the new April's baby giraffe. I got the little giraffe minder, and he's really sweet as well. Yeah, so I'm really happy with those. I had fun with, I always have fun placing orders from Needle Attractions, and I'm enjoying that one. So, alright, now I'll show you some finishes. Actually, should I do a tag first? I was going to do a tag first. But wait a second, why is my light all freaky weird? Hang on a second. I'm going to pause. Nope, maybe I won't. Okay, get close, and it changes. Alright, hopefully that didn't look too weird too long. I didn't realize that it switched off. Okay, I was actually going to do a tag, and then I'll show you my finishes. So I guess this one is the pearl tag, and it was started by Queen of Starts. The first question is, what irritates you most about cross stitch and why? My first thought was to say that the thing that irritates me the worst is the amount of time it takes to finish a project. Even the small ones, you think you'll get them done in a couple days, and you end up taking, you know, 2-3 times as long to stitch them as you think. So for me, I usually stitch the big projects, like the Miras and the Passion Ricamos and the Joan Elliots and things like that. For me, if something takes 2 or 3 times as long as you think it will, that means it's going to take a couple more months to stitch it. So that's, I don't know if it's much of an irritation as it is just a disappointment, but I would consider that an irritation. But one of my main irritations actually is when you are stitching, and even if you've only put in 3 or 4 stitches, and all of a sudden your thread just shreds. I've had it to where I have put in 2 stitches with a brand new strand of DMC thread. I pulled the strand through the fabric the second time, and it just keeps going. That irritates me, because DMC is not cheap, and they have just increased the price again. They shouldn't be increasing the price if they're decreasing the value and the quality of the product. That's my opinion. They probably would disagree. But yeah, it's really annoying when your thread just starts shredding and you've barely even used it. I've had times where I've tried just pulling out a couple threads, like on the off chance, the rare time I have to frog something, because I rarely frog anything. You go to pull out 2 or 3 stitches and suddenly your thread is just, you can't reuse it because it looks so obviously like it's just been distressed. I don't like that. That's probably more of an irritation with the product than the actual stitching process though, so maybe that doesn't fit. The second question is, what designer irritates you the most and why? I haven't known how to answer this one. I was thinking about it for a while because I think the only thing, it's kind of a love-hate situation, is the fact that I love a lot of Teresa Wensler patterns. I think they're beautiful, but what irritates me about them so much is that she makes them so difficult. All the blended threads, all the quarter stitches, all the fractional stitches, so much of the borders of those projects are so detailed. It takes forever to stitch them, and it really tests your patience and it tests your stamina. That's the most irritation I have about a designer. I love Teresa's patterns. I love her designing, but she could have made them easier to actually stitch. I don't know. I guess that's that. Third question is, what stitch irritates you the most and why? I don't mind fractional stitches. I don't mind quarter stitches. I don't mind half stitches. I haven't done a whole ton of specialty stitches, but the ones I have done I've actually enjoyed because I like the challenge of like the satin stitch, and I don't mind back stitching really. I would say the most irritating stitch I have ever done is the French knot. I hate French knots. My mom doesn't mind them, so usually I will ask her to help me with my French knots because I just don't like them. I'm actually thinking about doing another another thing, like, hey, Danielle again, trying to use some beads in place of French knots. That actually sounds like a great idea. So I will probably be looking into maybe some delicas to go for a little more petite size for that. Yeah, I just really do not like the French knots. And in fact, I'm going to show you a couple finishes today where the only thing missing from them are a couple of French knots, which I have not asked my mom to help me with yet. So, fourth question is, what irritates you most about non-stitchers? Well, I think the thing that probably irritates me the most is their lack of appreciation for the amount of time and work that goes into the projects. Especially if you're going to gift them something, it kind of pains you when you know all that time was put into it and they're just kind of hide it away somewhere because they don't, they don't understand how much you put into it. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't stitch a whole lot of gifts, because I've known a lot of people who have been disappointed by the reactions they've gotten, or the fact that they have found people who have literally thrown their gifts, their stitched gifts away. I hesitate to gift gifts of a stitching variety unless it's a family member who is close to me. That way I know the design I make for them they will enjoy and probably will not throw away. For one thing, I will hunt them down. I will find them. If I find out they're throwing away my stitching. I mean, come on, family members, brothers, parents, come on, I know where you live. But, yeah, the other thing that irritates me is also, like, you try to talk to somebody about it and they get, like, this glossy-eyed look. Like, they just don't get it. They're not connecting. They have no idea what you're talking about or why you think pulling thread through holes is so amusing. But anyway, yeah. The fifth question is, what irritates you most about other stitchers? I don't know. I was thinking about this one for a while. I would say probably those who constantly want to correct you on, if they have a set way of doing it and they think you're doing it wrong. I think unless you're like ruining something, you have to do it at your own pace, your own way, the way you're comfortable with. I stitch a completely different way than my mom does. She stitches the opposite of me, which I can't stand, but she can't stand the way I stitch. So you just kind of gotta learn to, pick your battles. It's not worth it. So anyway, that's the end of that tag. So I hope you enjoyed that. Again, I would like to do some more tags, but I'm trying to search them out. So if you have any ideas on a good tag for me to do that you would like me to do, I'll look into that, and if I feel the questions are something I can really answer well, some of them haven't really been relevant to me, but if you have a good one, then let me know, because yeah, I'd like to do some more tags and get some more questions and answers going on here. If you're hearing some talking in the background, I'm sorry. I've got somebody talking outside of my room. I don't know if you can hear them, and if you can, I really hope you're not picking up what they're saying. But I really don't know. So I'm just going to keep talking, and hopefully I will fill in the blank space. And if they are talking too loud that you can hear them, you will only hear me. So anyway, okay, I'm going to show you some finishes now. And I'm going to try to remember the names. If I can't remember the names, then I will add them in editing. Okay, so this is Mermaids by Country Cottage Needlework. And this one was actually fun because I did my own color conversion on this. Great, now I've got him coming back with the lawnmower. Oh no, I'm getting so many distracting noises popping up here. Okay, let me try this again. Okay. Mermaids by Country Cottage. Did you get that now? I did my own color conversion on this one, and I will, for that reason, go ahead and post a picture of the original colors right here. Okay, as you can see, I changed some of the colors. I did my own shade of purple, my own variegated thread in the purple. I did my own shade of a greeny color there. In fact, I know that this one is called Key Largo by, I think it's Crescent Colors. I think it's Crescent Colors. And then I did my own Really Tealy from Crescent Colors again. And then this one, I can't remember the names, but I changed all the colors myself. I did my own, and as you can see, it's really cute, and it's on this hand-dyed pizza fabric, which is I can't remember what this is, but it's an opal and it's a hand-dyed fabric, and I think it was just part from a larger piece I had. I can't remember the name of it, but it fit so perfectly I just had to use it. You will notice nobody in this picture has eyes. They all are missing the eyes because they're French knots. I'm going to try to work on my French knot ability here, but if I just can't get happy with it, I'm going to try the beads. And like I said, I will probably try the Delicas because they are much more petite. Yeah, but that was cute. I liked that. And I stitched this one in 15. I don't really mark my stitching much anymore. I used to, but I don't like my signature. I really want to get like a nice little flourishy signature for it. Until I find one, I have it marked in a chart what years I've stitched and finished these things, so I may add the year, but I may just add an initial. I'm not sure. We'll see. Alright, the second project that I finished, and again, I'm not sure what year. Again, I didn't mark this one, but this one is Violin Art, and it's cute cats. Again, I'm a softie for cats. I don't remember the name right now, so I will add that in editing, hopefully. Anyway, so those are cute. I'm going to try to get a little bit closer, and I cannot see what you are seeing now, so hopefully I am in range. Okay. They're very cute, and I love that they're actually blue-eyed cats, because my last two cats were blue-eyed cats. So, again, a softie for blue-eyed cats. This was just done on an off-white Lugana. Okay. The next finish is actually a pretty new one. This one I finished in, I think it was last year. This one is by Soda, and this one is the Anne of Green Gables one by Soda. And this is on a 25 count opal Lugana. I happen to have got a, okay, rephrase that. My mom happened to have ordered a 1 yard piece of 28 count Lugana opal. And when it arrived, it was actually 25 count. So she didn't get what she ordered. So she actually let me go ahead and have a little bit of that fabric. So she cut me out 2 pieces so that I can make 2 Soda pictures. And this is one of the ones that I chose to stitch with that. And the other one is I'm going to be stitching the Little Mermaid from Soda. And it's so cute. And I can't stand the weight because I'm going to use one of my mermaid needle minders for it. Okay, so anyway, if you can see, this is Anne of Green Gables. You've got the raspberry cordial here. You've got her bedroom with her books here. You've got the cake, perhaps the one without any flour in it. You've got Matthew. You've got Marilla. Of course, Anne and Diana in the middle. You've got her carpet bag over here. You've got the tea set. You've got the dress with puffed sleeves. You got just some sweets, some jam and toast, I suppose. And then you've got Green Gables right there, and the chalkboard. This was so cute. I am definitely an Evergreen Gables fan, and this just fit me to a T. So, tickled pink with this one. Really adorable. Alright, I'm going to show you one more that is not a Mirabilia, but this one is fully finished, except for a couple beads, just a couple that are just spaced randomly. But this is why I have a love-hate relationship with Teresa Wenzler. This took me about a decade to get done. I started it, I went just whole hog on this thing. I started this really young, actually. This was one of the very first projects, large stitching projects I ever did. And this is, of course, Lady of Shalott by Teresa Wenzler. And I just did this one on a very pale pinky beige tone fabric. I love the colors in this one. They're very rich looking. She's very lovely. She's a really pretty picture. This took me so long, and the border was a pain in the neck. Oh my goodness. I mean, literally and figuratively, because all the work it took, all the really close-up work was straining on the neck, but also it was so annoying. I love the picture, and I love Teresa's pictures in general, but this one took me forever. Are you hearing that? You have to be hearing that. He must be knocking a board or something. Okay, hopefully he won't do that again. Alright, but anyway, yeah, I love the castle in the background, and the colors are great. The colors are lovely. So, no, I love Teresa Wenzler patterns. I wish they weren't so intense. I wish they didn't take so long to finish. I had to have so much motivation from my mom in particular to get me to finish stitching this, because I was so done with it. And I hadn't touched it for like 5 or 6 years. I couldn't stand it. All the work and all the mixed threads. Out of the whole project, the whole picture, and that's a big picture, there was maybe 5 symbols that that were not a blended thread. Everything else was blended. Back in the day when I was stitching this, I didn't know about the pin stitch. That would have made life so much better. But yeah, I don't know that I will ever stitch another Teresa Wenzler, just because it's so time consuming. And I've heard of many other people say they started a Teresa Wenzler but never finished it because they didn't realize, looking at the chart, it would be so intense. Okay, now I'm just going to show you a couple more nearly finished, like I said, all but just a little bit of beads. This is Lilac Pixie by Nora Corbett. I'm going to try to, okay, hang on. My lighting's going weird again. Nope, not fixed yet. Come on. Better? I think it's better. Alright, so this is Lilac Pixie by Nora Corbett. She's lovely. When I saw her, I thought of a bridesmaid. And I thought, bridesmaids don't need wings. So I took the wings off. She's really, really pretty. Now, she is on a 32 count opal Lugana in Arbor. I believe it's Arbor by Picture This Plus. And I really loved how the little hints of green and the pink really are pulled out by the mossy green of her dress. And I love the teal of her dress as well. So yeah, I was really, really happy with how she turned out. Again, the lighting. Oi, come on, lighting. Okay, I can't go that close. The going close is what's messing it up. But anyway, she's really pretty, and she's really tiny and dainty, and she's I'm getting quite a little collection of the pixies, and I'm loving that. All right, and then I have this one, which is, what's her name? I'm so sorry for sniffling. I believe this one is, oh come on, what's her name? Water Lily. That's what her name is. Okay, so this is Nora Corbett's Water Lily. And I stitched this on a 28 count gelato from Sugar Maple Fabrics. I loved the fabric and I thought she popped so lovely on there. My friend actually surprised me one day. She just popped this in the mail to me and I like did a happy dance and a little scream. And this was probably 8 years ago that she did this for me. I loved that. And she was so perfect. Now, I did her skin 1/1. And actually, I did the skin of Lilac 1/1 too. I forgot to mention that. I did her skin 1/1. I kind of recharted her feet a little bit. I made her feet just a little more ballerina-ish. And then, if you can see what I did, and if I pull this up closer, it's probably going to change the color of the picture again. I can't help it. I elongated her hair. I gave her longer hair, and I gave her a slight silhouette, little face from the side with a flip nose. She had nothing. It was just blank before. So I gave her a little bit of a profile, and I elongated the nose. The hair. Oh my word. I'm all over the place today. But yeah, I thought she turned out really lovely. I really, really like her. And I do have her sparkles in already, actually. And it's a really cool chronic. It's like, I don't remember the number, but it's like pink and purple. And there's blue in there. It's a really cool chronic color. Pulls out all the tones of the fabric and everything. So it was just, that fit perfectly. And then this is the last one I'll show you today. This is, of course, Red by Red by Mirabilia. And I stitched her on, this was a piece hand dyed by a friend of mine years ago. She used to hand dye and sell it on eBay. And then she realized her eyes weren't doing very well, and when she was selling them, she wasn't listing the numbers right or the sizes right. And so she decided to go out of business, and she gave me some amazing deals on some fabric. So I bought several pieces from her for an amazing deal. That's where a lot of my most recent fabric came from. So anyway, this is a piece from her. It's really pretty, and I don't think it's coming through quite right. This color that's in here is actually like a muddied reddish tone, to where it's really pulling out her colors very nicely. The only thing that I was disappointed with this one is that the water lilies in her dress, which they are in there, the water lily color that's in her dress, it blends with the background so much to where you can't really see the background. So for that very reason, I would probably suggest stitching her on a slightly lighter colored background, or more of a solid gray. This is a very blue gray with some like burgundy in it, and the burgundy is probably not showing up very great, but a solid gray would probably be better. And also, one of the water lilies, I got it, there was virtually no variation in it. I could have just stitched with a straight DMC color and it would have been basically the same. So I guess depending on where you buy them from, sorry, I found a hair on my project here, where you buy them from, variegation, levels of variegation will, you know, variate, and sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. I stitched this in 15, by the way. I have actually sent an email to the lovely, very helpful ladies at 123 Stitch, and I have said I've got a project that calls for this color and this color in Karen water lilies. that's kind of expensive, and it doesn't look like there's all that much variation. Could you go through some of your other threads and just give me an idea if there's a comparable color that you have in a different brand, that you could kind of lean me towards instead? And they've actually been really helpful, and they have shown me several things I could do instead, and I really appreciated that. So that's an idea for you. If you can't quite afford all the Karen water lilies, there are some colors, of course, that you just cannot get a good enough substitute for. You're just gonna have to bite the bullet and do that if you want the look. But there are some Karen water lilies that you can get a pretty comparable replacement for in different companies, different brands. And I think 123 Stitch is really helpful, so give that a try. I think you'll be pretty happy if you try that. All right, I'm just about done here. This is the last thing I'm going to show you today, because my mom reminded me of this, and I didn't think to show you, but I'm going to show you now. But I'm going to just pause right here. Okay, I'm back. I had to clear my throat. I'm sorry. All right, so I have a fully finished project, and it's going to be glary, but this is a cute little cupcake I stitched a few years ago, three years ago. I can't remember the name of it, so if I can find the name of it before I post this video, I will insert that. But no, this was a really cute little cupcake with roses on it. And I found this really cute little frame, and I framed it myself, of course. For something so small, I'm not going to go get it professionally framed. But I found this cute little frame, I framed that, and I just thought that turned out sweet. So yeah, I do have one finish, and I like it lots. I like it lots. So anyway, I hope this video was a little bit better length. It's still getting up there. It's still over 35 minutes, so hopefully it's a little more easy to get the whole video watched in one chunk, because I know if you do too long of videos, like my last one was a little bit long, sometimes you can't get through a whole video in one sitting. So I hope this one's more manageable for you. I have enjoyed watching videos this last week. I've been watching AZ Needleworks, Arizona Needleworks. Who are you? Your name's Deborah. I'm sorry. It's not coming to my name. It's not coming to my mind right now. But I've been enjoying watching your projects. For some reason, I watch your videos and I don't know. You make me chuckle. I don't even know what it is. Anyway, you do some beautiful things. I really love your Celtic Christmas lady, and I know you've stitched a lot more since I've watched your videos. I'm watching from the beginning video and watching to the newest ones, so you've probably finished it by now. I just don't know. But I'm enjoying watching your videos. Your cat is beautiful. Every time I watch a video with an animal that pops in, like yours, Deborah, or Kay's cross stitch, your cat princess pops in there. Every time I see a video with a cat that pops in the video, I get a little bit nostalgic, a little bit sentimental, get a little bit sad, because I wish I could have my two kitties popping in my videos too, but since they're not with me anymore, I just get to kind of enjoy watching your cats play around and be curious. So anyway, yeah, I enjoy that. Hopefully you enjoyed what I showed you today. I know I didn't have a whole ton of progress, but next time hopefully I'll have some more progress, and I'll actually maybe get some progress on my HandDyed, because I really want to get going on that again. For some reason, it's a lot less work to work on HandDyed for me, I'm realizing, because you don't have to constantly keep track of where you're at. You just kind of fill in the holes as they come along, and you just mark it off, and it's actually pretty easy. Didn't realize that before. I'm less intimidated now, for sure. So anyway, I hope you all have had a really good week, that you've had a lot of stitchy goodness, a lot of fun stuff coming your way. Maybe you've had some more haul, have fun shopping. I mean, just do it. If you can do it, have fun with it. Love your stuff and enjoy it, and Hopefully you're not having much frogging going on, because I hate that myself. I had like 10 stitches I had to frog the other day, and it irritated me because I barely ever frog. So yeah. Shows where I'm at with that. Just getting a little too irritated over something very, very small. Anyway, hope you've had a good week. Hope you all, if you did get that bug I had, that you're getting better and able to get on with your life. It's been a really good couple days for me. The only thing that made it a little bit sad today was when out in the front yard we found a dead bunny rabbit on our lawn. And we'd been seeing these animals hopping around, and they were so cute and fluffy, and it was kind of sad seeing one on the lawn not moving. So anyway, it's been taken care of, but that kind of soured my day, just a hint. But it's all right. So anyway, if this goodbye is not long enough for you, then I don't know how to help you. So anyway, have a good week, enjoy your stitching, and I will see you next time. Ciao for now.